Halloween is right around the corner, and with the prices on the rise, you never know if you're getting the best deal or not. Until now, thanks to Best Reviews. Joining us is Jacob Palmer with the breakdown on some items perfect for the spooky season. Jacob, thanks so much for joining us again.
Thanks so much for having me, and we're here talking about, the reason for the season, at least for this month.
The reason for the season. Now, you brought some items with you today that we can get into the spooky spirit. So let's first talk about some of these items over here. What do you got for us first?
Absolutely. So I brought a handful of items, and frankly, if you love Halloween, you're one of those people who goes absolutely head over heels about it. You've probably already got your house set up. So what I brought are the items for the procrastinators, the people who want to be involved, they want to have a good spooky setup, but maybe they don't want to work as hard for it.
That's me.
Frankly, me too. So let's start with the the Echo device over there. What's great about this is that many people already have these in their home. They're already bossing around their Alexa all the time. But what you don't know, maybe, is that it's super helpful over the Halloween period, because it has all of these skills already programmed into it, where all you need to say to it is, Alexa, start spooky Halloween sounds. And then until you tell it to stop, it's going to keep playing Halloween sounds. So you can keep that by the front door. You can keep that around, kind of create that ambiance without, frankly, working very hard. And what else is great about it with the model we brought is that this is the Echo Show. So if you have this set up with a Ring device on your doorbell, you'll see the trick-or-treaters arrive. Maybe that helps you with your response. Maybe that helps you do a little bit when they show up, and add a little bit of Halloween fun.
Well, speaking of fun, we have a fog machine over here. Now, it gets foggy out here in the Bay, but we can create some of our own.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's cool about this is that when the fog comes in at night in the Bay, you can't control the color. But when you got the fog machine here, you can make it orange. You can do whatever you want to really add to it. And it's nice because, you can also use this other times of the year too. So, because it has the full programmability where you can change whatever color it is for whatever event you're having at that time. So what we're seeing right now in our data is that people are snapping these up, especially once we get a little bit later into the month and people have a little bit less time to set up. All you need to do is plug it in. There's a certain compound that you pour into it. It's like fog juice is what I was told it's called. And fog juice. You turn it on, and then it creates the fog in whatever color you want. Really sets that ambiance again. You don't have to work hard. Well,
listen, where there is smoke, there is fire. And we got some fire right here in this little stove, right?
And it's really cool because, some people like to just sit out and wait for trick-or-treaters. You get the table set up. And what we love about this is it comes from one of our favorite brands. It comes from Solo Stove. So it has an ash catcher in it. And it also is smokeless like all of the other Solo Stove, thanks to the technology they have. And what's cool about it is that, number one, it builds a pretty solid fire considering how little it is and how it just fits on a stovetop. And the stand it sits on allows you to put it on any table that you're sitting at. And so if you're waiting for trick-or-treaters, you're out there, the fire, number one, sets a Halloween vibe. And number two, you can be making your own s'mores. You can be having a little bit of that, nice experience where you've already got the Hershey's laying around. Might as well grab a couple other ingredients and make yourself a s'more while you wait for the trick-or-treaters.
Well, if you're making s'mores, you're going to need something to chase it down with. And we have a cup over here, a Yeti cup that you can hold some liquid in, right?
This is for the parents. You're going to be walking around the neighborhood. Frankly, the fog is probably going to be in, so it's going to be a little bit chiller. What we love is this Yeti Tumbler because it's insulated. So maybe you're walking around with a hottie toddy. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's what you need to do. But you can keep a hot drink hot while you're walking around with the kids. It's great for going out. It's one of our absolute favorites. It's not that expensive, but you get that Yeti brand name. You get that brand name that everybody seems to love.
Yeah, well, I love all of these items. These are actually great items for Halloween, so thank you for all of the ideas. Now, when it comes to costumes, us procrastinators know that we don't get costumes until the last minute. You're a dad. What are you seeing out there in the costume world?
Well, we are tracking this as well. I think my daughter will be a pumpkin. Seems easy, little baby.
Cute.
She's already got red hair, so it's very easy. But what we're seeing in terms of popular costumes for adults and what is going to be available on Amazon, where you get that 2-day shipping for procrastinators, is we're seeing a lot of just pop culture references. And so you can get a Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox outfit. That's something that people are getting really into because, frankly, those photos were pretty spooky themselves.
Yes.
And so you can do something like that. Of course, there's other pop culture references that people are snapping up right now, like Stranger Things, all kinds of other other different Netflix shows that people are referencing. But of course, it was like you guys were talking about in the movie segment earlier, Hocus Pocus, again, is super popular this year.
Yeah.
Seeing a ton of it, the big wig, you know, the green dress, the whole 9 yards, and people are just snapping that up this year. So pop culture references, both contemporary and a little bit of throwback, super popular this year.
Well, I have to ask you, I can't let you go without asking you, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, it's very simple for me every year. I'm a little bit taller, so I have just kind of this giraffe onesie that I wear every year.
A giraffe?
It plays. People love it.
I was going to say that plays well. You're very tall. It makes sense.
People love it. It's the whole picture.
Well, thank you, Jacob, for joining us. We appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. And check us out at bestreviews.com/Halloween. We have a whole page set up for all kinds of shoppers, no matter what they need. And also, you can save money by checking out that page as well, because we got deals galore.
And who doesn't love saving money? To learn more